It's the one and only Ammon816 here at my local game cafe, and it's a few days after the Collinsville, Illinois regional, and I'm here with the top 8 6th place winner, Jonathan Fields. And what did you win with, sir?
Dark PEPE featuring Brilliant Fusion.
Oh Lord, I had to get this deck profile because I knew this was going to have some spicy tech into it. Let's get into it, John.
We start with 2 Maxi. Basically, I want to plus every time my opponent would special summon, and this helped me win a lot of games because I kept hand advantage over them. 1 Joker, because that one monkey board.
Because you can't fit 2 in the build.
I wish. 3 Sorcerer, because this is like the main heart of the deck. If I don't see him, I'm probably not going to win that game.
Stratos is good.
Oh yeah. 2 Lizard Draw and 1 Gleep Turtle, because I love the pot of greed all the time.
And it doesn't clog. That just seems to be the most perfect formula.
No, it's really good because I can search it out inside our high scale, or I can always draw every turn if I just leave like the turtle out. It's really good. 2 Silver Claw, because it's a name that I can search out of a sorcerer, and also it is a high scale that I can search, which is kind of desperately needed in this deck because there's more low scales than high scales.
You're not a bad player and don't need a beast in your deck, right?
No. Nah. 1 Luster, because
staple.
Yeah. 3 Master.
Now I've seen people play different ratios on this. Is this a good ratio for you?
Yeah. If I wasn't playing a Brilliant Fusion, I'd probably only play 2 Master, but I'd play a 3rd because of the Lazuli. If you send Lazuli, you can add Master back to your hand when you send it with Lazuli.
Okay.
So it adds a scale to my hand. 1 Vector and 2 Vector. These aren't as good, except for the low scales, except from the mirror match. In the mirror match, these are just godly, and you win if you basically have these.
Okay, so that's why you play the 2 Vector. Typically, I always see just 1
yeah,
Vector.
I also play it because of the painful decision.
Okay.
It makes it live data scale to my hand.
Okay.
And then for the rest of the pendulums, we have 2 Eccentric, because for some reason, my deck doesn't like back row.
I can't wait for the comments, I'm not even going to lie to you.
And 1 Magical Abductor. I never resolved this effect all weekend. It didn't come up to do it. I would OTK my opponent without resolving this. I'm probably going to change this into something else because this card isn't that great. And then I have 1 Masked Chameleon because I can search this off of King of the Fairlimps, and I won a lot of games because I couldn't see Luster, but I sure could see this off of King of the Fairlimps. And now to the weird engines. I had 2 Armageddon Knight. You don't need more than 2. If you play 3, it's just going to clog in your hand. I just want to see 1 in my open hand and just resolve it, and I should win. And the cards I would send off Armageddon Knight would be Zephyros, Shadal Dragon, and for the one that everyone I played commented on every time I sent it, Farfa. This card won me so many games this weekend. I would play against a Monarch player, and he would set it up where he had Stormforth or something. And
wait, Farfa's one that banished, right? I'm retarded. Okay.
And he would set up a field of like Stormforth plus a Monarch. He contribute Ether, and what I would do is I would Armageddon Knight Farfa and force him to Stormforth his own monster or my monster then, instead of waiting for me to have a good board and then ruin my turn. And this would win me games because I forced him out of his hand already.
Okay. That's spicy tech Farfa. I see you.
And then for the Gem Knight engine, I ran a Lazuli and to send with a Master. And if I didn't want to send this, because I also bricked a lot when I would open the Gem Knight, so the night before I decided to play 2 Gem Knights. I also played a Garnet, and I could send that with a Trick Clown, and the Trick Clown is special with the Garnet. And this won me a lot of games because I could make a Diamond Dire, clear a board, and then Pendulum Summon, and I would never fall into traps. I didn't fall into a single trap all weekend because of the fact that I could just make a board, get over everything, and then Pendulum Summon. And then for spells, I played 3 Brilliant Fusion. Consistency, I want to see this card. Win if I see this card. Then we played the 1 Painful Decision, 1 Pendulum Rising. This card's really good because I have like an Armageddon Knight, and I would send and do something, and then I'd Pendulum Rise my Armageddon Knight into a Sorcerer, and I would sometimes pop my Seraph Knight and my Brilliant Fusion, or I'd pop my Scales, and basically would just open up my turn, and there was no way I could lose at that point.
Okay.
I played 1 Instant Fusion. I didn't see this as much as I would like to have, but I still liked it. When I did see it, it just made OTKing that much easier. 1 Draco Face Off, because, you know, stable. 1 Raigeki, because the night before I had talked to a friend, and I decided I wanted a main deck out to everything in my deck. Because I'm tired of losing to boards that I just can't get over because of 1 card.
And it doesn't target.
And for the other tech that like no one else is running, a Foolish Burial. This won't be so many games because I guess in the Farfa, or a Trick Clown to make a board, or literally anything to just get me started. And it would just win me so many games.
It's your third Armageddon night.
Yeah, I didn't need to play it. I didn't need to play a Roto because I had this, and this sends anything I want, which helped me make OTK plays with like Dynasty or something.
Okay, so that's what, like,
that's 40 card main deck.
30 monsters, 10 spells.
Yep. And then for the extra deck, we have 2 Dynaster. I decided on 2 Dynaster instead of Magister. I cut Magister Paladin out of my extra deck. With the way this deck plays, I never made it. It never comes up. And I don't need to search out anything because the Brilliant Fusion and all the other engines get me where I need to go. So playing 2 of this instead of Magister really was better.
Yeah, and I think that this is actually the staple in any deck that runs the Draco engine. 2 is a must.
Yeah, I mean, I was playing 3 for a while, but then like this is the perfect number. I don't need more than 2. 1 Ignister because for some reason they limited it. 1 of this big level 8 dude. Basically says no to Monarchs, no to the Mirror Match, no to any spell card called Raigeki. So you can't just OTK me. Next we play, that's basically the level 8 engine. Then we played Utopia, and Utopia the Lightning, because for some reason my deck doesn't like Cosmo, because inherently if you get rid of my Ignister, I don't have another way to get over your big untargetable shit. So here's another way. 1 King of the Fairlands. This card was so clutch max deck this weekend, because I would search out Mass Chameleon at least once a match, and it would get me game because I just make an Ignister, get rid of your board, and OTK you. You couldn't live if I had this. 1 Casto because it's a staple. 1 Diamond Dyer. I thought about cutting this, and I'm glad I didn't, because the idea of making a field with Trick Clown or Brilliant Fusion and summoning something else to do this for a Pendulum Summon won me so many games because I didn't fall into a Striker or Warning. 1 Arc. This is probably the thing I made the least this weekend, but when I did make it, it counted because it allowed me to go for boards. So that me to when they would Ether for another Monarch on the field, I would take it and OTK over their Monarchs, and they would just lose the game. Especially when I took their Erebus, because then they couldn't hit the grave that effect. Next, I played 2 Dweller in the extra deck. This was a call I decided to make because I played against a lot of stuff. A lot of this meta plays in the extra deck, and because I did this, they couldn't play. And the second Dweller, no one expected, and they thought they were in the clear after the first one, but I was like, no. And they lost games because of that. 1 Emerald, because you gotta find a way to recycle your Ignister somehow. 1 Norden, because of Instant Fusion. And 1 Seraph Knight for the Brilliant Fusion.
Okay, there you go.
And then for the side deck, I played 2 Dark Hole, because I like clearing boards, and I like just OTK as fast as I can. So that's basically the reasoning behind that. 2 Massacre Strike, because I don't like Monarchs.
No one does.
Simple. 2 Flying Sea, because I could get Winter Cherries, but this card is actually a little bit better than Winter Cherries. A lot of BA players can still win, even if you Winter Cherries them. This definitely buys you a turn.
Yeah.
Winter Cherries doesn't. And that's why I choose this over Winter Cherries right now. This won me actually 1 game against a BA player today, or that day. So this was the right call. 2 Twin Twister, because back row is bad. 2 Gamma Seal, because if you have a Monarch, this is just nope. Domain's not killing me now.
Yep.
And then 3 System Down, because I don't like Cosmo at all. I won so many games, so I just system down and then Raigeki them and then OTK them. It was so good. And then Denko, and I'm so glad I played this because my first round at the regional was a Klee Demise player. And lastly, I'd like to shout out my team member, Devin Banham, who top 8'd at the next regional this week. He did it with BA featuring Kaijus, and he's where I got the idea to do the Flying Seas instead of the Winter Cherries, because he didn't lose a single game throwing Winter Cherries in. So I thought that's how most BA players are, so I'd rather do Flying Sea. And I'd like to shout out Cafe for helping me get this far, and also my friend Gabe. He hyped me up all day and gave me the confidence to keep going. So he got me this far, and I just wanted to thank him. And I guess that's it. Thank you.
So this is the one on the M-Mini-16. There's always news to make. I apologize for the video being all choppy as it is. The only reason why is because, I won't lie to you guys, my wife kept calling me while I was filming. So make sure to give it a thumbs up, a like, and everything like that. Until next time, YouTube. Deuces.